Jason, you ever notice this? What's the deal with this? What's up with this? Weather, the weather, some days it's different than other days. Like sometimes I go out and it's hot. Sometimes I go out and it's cold. Sometimes I go out and it's not that cold, but it's like not that hot.
All right, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you right there.
All right, it's good. I'm having a nosebleed.
But I know you specifically told me not to talk about this.
Anytime.
But with all the injustice in the world currently, I have to use my platform. I have to speak truth to power. Consequences be damned.
Depends on the consequences, because I edit the episode. So if the consequences won't be damned, I'll just edit it out.
I guess that's
I'm pretty
true.
good at editing.
I guess that's it's a weak point in my plan. But anyway, I was online this week, as is my want.
All right. So nobody in the house is making a phone call then.
That's right. I was surfing the internet.
All right. Great.
Do we still surf it?
We surf it. Yeah. No, I think we derm scroll. It's funny. It's funny how the language has gone from surfing the internet to like doom scrolling, because it's just the vibe has changed so much.
Right. But I came across an article.
Did you wipe your stream down after? Zing!
Oh, man. I read an article. Someone claiming that they have a recipe for something. They say it's an Ohio staple food called a sloppy bird.
A sloppy bird.
Okay. Sloppy bird.
That's what you used to call women in the 80s, right?
Yeah, when I lived in Liverpool.
Yeah.
She's one right sloppy bird.
That was why John left the Beatles, as Ringo called Yoko a sloppy bird. And he was like, only I call her that, and even that's only while I'm beating her, so it cancels it out.
Right.
Man, I'm on fire today.
No, you are. Zing. But it is it's described as a chicken pot pie on a bun. I'm here to tell you.
So wait, can I just isn't a pie crust itself kind of a bun? I mean, I know you can't really hold it, but
I mean, yes, and in point of fact, it's nothing like as they describe it. But that's beside the point, because as someone who spent close to 40 years living in Ohio, never once have I heard of a sloppy bird. Like, that is not an Ohio food. Nobody ever ordered a sloppy bird. We never, in summertime picnics, nobody brought a sloppy bird for the holidays. We weren't eating sloppy birds. It's just, I don't know who this fucker is that's spreading this disinformation.
Is it a Super Bowl food? No, if it's a Super Bowl, so because people have weird Super Bowl foods,
They do, but and can we say Super Bowl? I thought we had to say the big game, because we got a little peek behind the curtain for our listeners who may have noticed we weren't on YouTube.
Yeah. That's right. We got pulled off
YouTube for copyright infringement
just because I played a minute and a half of a musical that's on Netflix, and apparently that's a crime. Apparently it's a crime.
Yeah.
To play a song that goes, "Hello, it's nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation." And I can't even tell you anymore. I can't even get you past that. Jason, stop it. We've titillated them too much. The hammer can come down on us if we proceed.
Right. Yeah.
Shut your beautiful, moist lips and get them away from that song. I'm looking up the Ohio sloppy bird now.
But by the same token, the big, this Sunday football game coming up, I thought unless you had the rights to it, you had to call it like the big game, or you couldn't use the actual title.
We can't? All right. Jason, by the way, I just looked up the sloppy bird thing. Bird thing. And the first result is a thread in r/Ohio lambasting the author, saying he's never been to Ohio. The author of this article, Jed Portman, Jed
Yes.
Portman, Natalie Portman's much less hot sibling.
Right. Who I guess being much less hot has to make his living lying about states' culinary traditions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just livid, like,
So
because
it's
Ohio
chicken
has
pot pie
this.
filling in a hamburger bun. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's not what I said. Yeah,
Oh, you said a chicken
but
pot pie on a bun, and I was picturing like,
I got
because like Jamaican people, like Jamaican food here in New York, one thing you can get is you can get a Jamaican beef patty, and they have something called
oh
cocoa
yeah,
bread, and you eat it on the cocoa bread. So I thought it was one of those.
oh
Yeah, I
oh,
don't do it.
I've had beef patties.
Yeah,
No, I love a good beef
yeah,
patty.
I like a Jamaican beef
Yum yum,
patty.
slide it in. Um,
Yummy in my tummy.
but yeah, no, that this is not. And Ohio has like lots of famous,
Yeah, Skyline
especially
chili.
Cincinnati. Right. Geta. Geta is a big like Southern Ohio
What's
thing that you
Geta?
can't get anywhere else. It's like a sausage and oat mixture. Like it comes in like a roll, like breakfast sausage, and you cook it like you'll fry it, little patties
I'm
of it.
pulling
I
up a picture of
personally,
this
it's
now.
not for me. Personally, it's not for me, but don't care for it. But it is an Ohio food.
All right. Well, now we've officially established that people in Ohio, say what you will about the people of Ohio, they do
Mhm.
eat. Unfortunately,
Yeah, they
none of
do.
our Ohio listeners are going to be able to let us know if they've ever had. I'm sorry, what is this food again? Sloppy bird.
Sloppy bird.
Yeah,
The sloppy bird.
or Geta because they don't have internet out there yet. So once
That's right.
once we get
You'll
the
have to
Telegraph
telegram.
version out, we're
Yeah.
still tapping away at the lyrics of La Vaginoplastia, god damn it, from
Right.
Amelia Perez,
Right.
so it'll be a while. Anyway,
Yeah.
but that's not what we're here to talk about, Jason. We're not here to talk about as
Yeah.
much as we would like to. This is not a regional foods podcast. This is not a
Oh,
podcast
man.
where we could just name a variety of regional foods like whoopie pie,
Right.
disco fries, city chicken,
Uh-huh.
chicken fried steak,
Mhm.
Nashville hot chicken, fish and chicken. That's British. Fuck, I broke the chain. God damn it. I got a good list.
That's regional.
Yeah, that was decent enough. Yeah, whatever. All right, but that's not a podcast where we talk about that. That's why I broke that chain. This is a podcast
Right.
where we bring you the weird, wacky, and wild news of the week. I'm Andrew Michaels, man of the people. I also have a gig that you guys should go to if you're in New York City at The Stand in Manhattan, Union Square, Saturday the 22nd. Check the link in my Instagram bio for tickets to that because I will have that updated by the time it comes out. And I'm joined as always by my co-host. Now, Jason, normally I make up some superfluous title for you. But this week I want to tell
you?
but this week I want to
I have.
You haven't noticed?
I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I haven't.
I don't pay attention either. I wouldn't pay attention if I were you. But this week I want to tell them something really inspiring. You've told me if that's okay. This happened when I first told you that I was doing comedy, and you said to me, Andrew, I always thought The Simpsons would be funnier if they had Asian accents, and that's why they were yellow. And I said, Jason, that's so racist. That is so racist, Jason. Why would you say that? What the fuck? You can't say that anymore. And you said, I'm just speaking my mind. And at the end of the day, we can't cancel you. We can't cancel you for it.
Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds like me, doesn't it?
That's
from over a year of podcasting. That certainly sounds like something I would
that's
say.
the number of Asian accents I've had to edit out, in spite of their impressive regional specificity. It's the way you combine that regional specificity, which requires an intimate knowledge of the culture, with just a pure disdain for the people, that really amazes me week after week.
Right. Because it's like, obviously I have an in-depth knowledge of the culture and an understanding to be able to pull it off. But then conversely,
it hasn't humanized anybody to you.
It's just right. It's just pure animosity.
Yeah, it's like
it's just weird.
Your heart is like a blackened lump of coal. And like anything that would soften it just further pressurizes and hardens it. Yeah.
Right.
Um, and this also applies to your literal physical heart as well, because he's also not
That's
doing
right.
well physically, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
No,
no, no. Mm-mm.
he's he looks
No.
bad.
Brittle. Circulatory
He has,
system.
you've heard of brittle bone disease? He has brittle skin disease.
That's right.
It's
Brittle. Oh,
it's like
unpleasant.
it's like peppermint bark.
That's right. Yeah. Delicious peppermint bark. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's definitely a problem. Yeah, definitely a problem. Oh, well, now that you've smeared me, do you
smeared you
want
with
to
truths.
yeah, right. Just dripping with truth now. Um let's get into it, shall we? Our first story, some good news, maybe for a change. Comes to us actually from CBS News.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, it's a big one. Uh, a city killer asteroid has a slim chance to crash into Earth. Here's what to know.
Oh,
Uh,
well, I guess it depends on the city.
exactly. We'll get into that in a
Hope it's
second.
Boston.
Let's look at what's on the table here. A colossal explosion in the sky, unleashing energy hundreds of times greater than the Hiroshima bomb. A blind flash, nearly as bright as the sun, shock waves, powerful enough to flatten everything for miles. May sound apocalyptic, but a newly detected asteroid, nearly the size of a football field, now has a greater than 1% chance of colliding with Earth in about 8 years.
That's not. See, that's the other thing is that's not long enough. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Oh,
like
like,
yeah, or it's too long actually. It either needs to be
right.
not like 1,000 years or
Tomorrow.
like
Yeah,
right now. It could be like next week. It'd be like great.
right. Don't have to go to
I
work.
can't call off of work because I'm worried about what the asteroid's going to do in 8 fucking years.
Right. I've tried that. They don't like it.
They hate it.
Such an impact has the potential for city level devastation, depending on where it strikes. What seems common sense, if it didn't hit a
Yeah,
city, it's not.
it's not a city killer
CB,
asteroid. Yeah, if it just hits
right.
Wyoming.
That's right. CBS News space consultant, man, what a cool title. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood said if it landed in a populated area, it would be, quote, truly catastrophic, but the effects would be localized. It wouldn't be something, quote, it wouldn't be something like the rock that killed the dinosaurs,
Hmm.
Harwood said. Wait a minute,
So
what?
that's not a good start. I know you said he sounds qualified, but I think that's called a meteor. But
Right. Isn't that what? Wait, what is the difference between an asteroid and a meteor, I wonder? All right, now this is something I want to
now
look
it's time
up.
for the third grade science
Vamp for a
corner.
minute.
What's photosynthesis?
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
What's the difference between plants and mammals?
why does it burn when I pee? Uh, huh. Well, this doesn't really tell me the difference. Asteroids are large rocky bodies that orbit the sun. Meteoroids are smaller rocks or particles in orbit around the sun.
All right.
Thanks, NASA. So that cleared up nothing. Anywho,
Well,
no, I was actually, I was more curious about the fuck's a dinosaur.
oh yeah, dinosaur. I think those are those things that they're made up to make people not Christian anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
And that
learned.
way we could sell them more butt plugs.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what people don't realize. They think it's like this big insidious conspiracy theory to like undermine spirituality in the US, and that's what the conservatives get wrong.
Uh-huh.
There's just a really powerful butt plug and anal bead lobby. So you want to kind of build anal bead customers.
Okay.
Yeah, and they either have to feel very guilty or not guilty at all. You can't have them feel a medium amount of guilty. That's why you don't see
And,
that's why like the decline in religion. You don't see as many people who are like kind of religious anymore.
and somehow faking dinosaurs.
Faking dinosaurs, absolutely, yeah, because then they get into
Plays a role.
rationalism, and then they're like, I can put an anal bead in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Jason, come on. This is, do you know what a marketing funnel is?
Yeah,
it's the funnel we've been
You're
marketing
right.
to people to shove up their butts.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can find it on our merch store. We have t-shirts, mugs, and anal funnels,
and an all-in-one.
Yeah. No, it took a lot of work, but damn it, we got there.
The coffee, butt chug,
yeah,
drink and wear.
Right. Yeah. You want it to be tepid. You don't.
It's
you
a
don't
full
want,
body.
You don't want it straight out of the pot.
It's a full body leotard with a coffee tank in the middle, a straw going up to your mouth, a different straw going up your butt, so you kind of human centipede yourself.
Oh. Man.
Yeah. They said they said it couldn't be done. They said it was illegal in 13 countries.
Right.
But they
said what? Why are you doing this? They said, "Oh my God, please stop doing this."
But no matter what they said, I'll tell you something. For $350 in a left-handed hand job, that government regulator was like, "This is fine, actually."
Yep, signed off on it. No, the things you can do with the 3D printer these days.
Exactly.
Quote, it wouldn't affect the global climate, but it would certainly be a disaster of every proportion. So we're all hoping that doesn't happen.
That sounds like a disaster of some proportions. Right. Again, it really depends on which city it hits. Just not one of the important ones.
Right. Scientists aren't panicking yet, but they are watching closely. At this point, it's let's pay a lot of attention. Let's get as many assets as we can observing it. Bruce Betts, chief scientist of the Planetary Society, told the AFP news agency. What we know about 2024 YR4 and its chances of hitting Earth.
2024 YR4. I know very little about that.
That's the name of the asteroid.
What I want to know is what do they know about 2024 YR4 and its chances of hitting the Earth? That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Well, lucky for you, this next paragraph explains exactly that.
Thank God, because I was going to kill myself tonight.
Yeah. I want to put you at ease here.
Okay.
Asteroid was
still might.
It was spotted on December 27th, 2024, by the El Sauce Observatory in Chile.
Oh man, I love the El Sauce Observatory.
That is incredible. Yeah.
Oh, dude. It's my impression of an astronaut on the El Sauce Observatory. Dude, there's a fucking meteor headed this way, dude.
Man, pass the chimichurri. That's a sauce, right?
Chimichurri is a sauce.
Based on its brightness, astronomers estimate it is between 130 and 300 feet wide.
Man.
An asteroid
that's almost as wide as Jason's mom.
Oh, man.
Oh,
man. As we've been going on with this podcast, we've been dipping closer and closer to radio morning zoo DJ levels.
You know why I think it is? I was thinking about this the other day because I have a unique voice, and I was thinking about what does it sound like, and I realized this in the shower today that my voice sounds like a black comedian doing a white guy voice. Right? And I think that just kind of fits the tone of the morning zoo radio thing.
Right. Yeah, we just need we're 4 episodes away from introducing air horns and having what do you call it? A mixing board with different fart sound effects.
We should. I could get one. I think there's a soundboard. I think I might have a soundboard in here in this in our recording thing. Do I?
Oh man.
I used to.
I don't think the software is hard to come by, but I've deliberately not looked because if I did, I'd just be dropping in.
Oh, there's There's a teleprompter.
Roaring cats.
Let me go ahead and see what happens
teleprompter.
when I type into the teleprompter. I'm gonna leave this all in.
Yeah, we should. This is gold. Traffic on I-9 backed up to MLK. You want to leave a few minutes early today. Here, I'll keep reading the. An asteroid this size impacts Earth on average every few thousand years and could cause severe damage to a local region, the European Space Agency said in a statement. By New Year's Eve, it had landed on the desk of Kelly Fast.
Kelly.
Presumably not the asteroid, but news of the asteroid. Acting planetary defense officer at U.S. Space Agency NASA as an object of concern.
I'm glad it landed on the guy who's not going to be here.
We have a planetary defense officer, and is it just one person?
It's a guy.
I feel like
we
need more than
got
that.
one guy for the whole planet.
Yeah, man, that's got to be. Well,
we got the same number of guys for the planet as for the interior.
That's yeah. You get observations, they drop off again. This one looked like it had the potential to stick around, she told AFP. The risk assessment kept climbing. On January 29th, the International Asteroid Warning Network, IAWN, a global planetary defense collaboration, issued a memo.
All right, now we're getting serious.
We're in memo
Once the memos come out, dude.
Yeah, there's no going back.
Yeah.
According to the latest calculations from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, there's a 1.6 chance the asteroid will strike Earth on December 22nd, 2032. Man, that's specific.
Yeah.
I appreciate that heads up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough for me. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be worried about it. I mean, I know you'll be dead, so it's like,
right, I'm not making.
Yeah, you're not gonna be there. 58. There's no way. Like,
not with this.
You live a 55 lifestyle.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Asteroid 2024 YR4 is now rated at level 3 out of 10
of
on the
sexiest asteroids.
Yeah.
The top 10 most breedable asteroids.
That's right.
By Spike TV.
That's yeah.
Zuzza zig! Holy fuck, guys! I am like, call me Static Shock today because it's zap, zap, zap.
Yeah. Get a load of the cans on YR4. If it does hit, possible impact sites include areas over the eastern Pacific Ocean, northern South America, the Atlantic Ocean, Africa, the Arabian Sea, and South Asia. That's pretty broad.
Yeah, it's most of so they mean like the world. It's gonna hit somewhere in the world.
Right.
Man.
2024 YR4 follows a highly elliptical 4-year orbit, swinging through the inner planets before shooting past Mars and out towards Jupiter.
If you're the Department of the Interior, right, the guy in charge of the Department of the Interior, and it hits either the east or the west coast, do you look at that and you go, ooh, sorry, I don't deal with the crust?
Similar scenario unfolded in 2004 with Apophis, an asteroid initially projected to have a 2.7% chance of striking Earth in 2029. Further observations ruled out an impact. Why does this one get the name Apophis, and the other one just gets this stupid ass?
I think things have just gotten more boring.
YR4.
I think it's just gotten more boring. I think the 2000s, a lot of bad things happened in the 2000s. 9/11, and that was two towers, so that was a double whammy. You know, like Katrina,
was bad.
the death of several Golden Girls.
Yeah, that was bad. The Borat movie, which initially was good.
I like Borat, yeah.
And of course now, but then we had to live through a decade of my wife
You know, I've
and
heard more jokes about
that's
guys
not good.
doing Borat impressions than I've heard guys doing Borat impressions. At
Yeah,
this point, I think actually people ironically doing the Borat thing has far
that could be.
surpassed like people who actually did the Borat thing.
That could be.
Where was I going with this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but naming shit was cooler and the internet was more fun. They had Neopets and shit.
Right.
That was a long way to get there.
No, you're right. Uh,
2004 would have been a pretty like chill time for the world to end, though, right? Like the last albums are like
I mean,
American Idiot, Hybrid Theory,
no, that's true. The music was good.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Uh, we were. I feel like the Iraq invasion was in full swing by then.
Yeah, exactly. So it would
So
have, in a way, saved a lot
would
of
have ended
lives.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Um, yeah. I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you put it over Paris or London or New York, you basically wipe out the whole city and some of the environs, said Betts. But again, it's not that's not where they're projecting it to land. Uh, Best modern comparison is the 1908 Tunguska event when an
Oh
asteroid.
yeah. Glad they picked something. Glad they picked a modern comparison so that people could put it into perspective. Something that people know about.
Right. Uh-huh.
Something that we all know about.
Yeah.
The 1908 Tunguska event. We don't even need to like explain it.
No. But for the benefit of the very young, say, who haven't learned it yet. I learned it in second grade.
Yeah, no, I learned it. I mean, I remember the Tunguska every day, so it's hard to say like when I first learned it.
I actually have that tattooed.
Yeah.
Remember the Tunguska. Yeah. That was the meteor that exploded over Siberia, flattening 80 million trees across 770 square miles.
Man, you know what? It sucks that happened, but the good thing about a flat tree is that they're easier to climb.
Yep. Yep. The good news, experts stress, is that we have plenty of time to prepare. Rivkin led the investigation for NASA's 2022 DART mission, which successfully nudged an asteroid off its course using a spacecraft, a strategy known as a, quote, kinetic impactor.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
That could be good. That's cool. It's cool. So they're going to be able to
that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it closes, I skipped around a little because this was kind of surprisingly long. Majority of near-Earth objects have orbits that don't bring them very close to Earth, therefore pose no risk of impact, but a small fraction of them, called potentially hazardous asteroids, require more attention, according to the website of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, which manages the center dedicated to studying near-Earth objects for NASA.
It's a good thing that I think NASA is going to keep a really solid base of funding throughout this time period.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to end up being up to Elon Musk for some reason at all.
Right. I think we'll be totally on top of this with all of the dedicated civil servants throughout the government. You know, this is exactly the type of natural event that we trust well-educated career scientists to manage for us. So,
you know what? Honestly, I think it does suck that asteroids aren't a surprise anymore a little bit. I mean, I know we could stop them with the nudging thing, so that balances it out. But I don't, because it's like they're like, okay, it's gonna land and it's gonna destroy the world. Like that asteroid, it's like, what am I gonna fucking? Okay, now I just know this shit.
Right. What am I supposed to do with this? Like,
yeah,
knocks out my credit cards, or right. Panic in the streets. I don't know. But yeah. So possible danger 8 years from now.
Oh man. Well,
it's always hate to hear it, but
glad we started on such a uplifting note.
Right.
Honestly, if the asteroid is coming in 8 years, I don't even have a second half to that. That does suck, actually. I just gonna try to say something like, yeah, fuck it, but now it
Well,
sucks.
it's a little optimistic.
That'll be just
in
when
that
my comedy career is starting to really start looking good. It'll be like, oh, it's coming.
right. When your first guest appearance on a sitcom,
Yeah.
uh, uh, as you're on your way to taping, that's when the asteroid hits, and
Taping.
and that's the end of it.
It hits
Right.
right on my way to a sitcom taping in 1993.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was gonna
I'm
pull a
playing one of
contemporary
Uncle Phil's
sitcom, but
white friends on the Fresh Prince.
on the yeah.
Yeah, this is me reacting to
Oh,
Phil's
okay.
antics. Why, I'd never. Filbert, this young man, has showed me the meaning of how to party. Is this why I got the part? That's why I got the part.
No, that's
You
a good
didn't,
one.
Jason.
I know. Yeah. I'm as far as sitcoms go, I think I'm more the like dopey husband with the weirdly hot wife, a la like King of Queens or oh, what's another one?
Everybody loves Raymond.
Well, I don't know if
People say all the time
well,
that
I
you
don't
look
know
a
if
lot like
that's
Ray Romano. They say that the
hey
resemblance is strict.
guys,
This was pretty good.
Robert, Deborah. Man, for a 20-year-old sitcom, that shit's been around, like that's long gone.
Everybody loves Raymond. Jerry Stiller was on it, so yeah, it's been around a while.
Yeah. Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No. All right. Hey, do we have an update on what is it? The jumbotron? What the message?
Oh, it
What
only
were you
showed
looking at when
teleprompter for me. I tried to teleprompt shit to you. I don't think I can.
Oh, okay.
I think let me try it again and see what happens, just to be sure. Let me go ahead and say, Miss Jason.
All right. Now our podcast is you get to listen in real time as we learn our podcast software.
All right, I'm going to put something on the
our,
teleprompter, Jason. Let's see if it works.
Okay, I'll tell you if I see
Hold on
it.
1 second. Let me see if there's like an extra settings. Is
Okay.
anything coming up?
No, I'm afraid not.
All right. It would have been really funny if it did, but that's fine.
Jason is a what?
The joke I wrote was pretty funny, but I can't repeat it. It only works if
Yeah.
I'm making you read it on a teleprompter.
Right. Yeah. All right. Moving on. You want to give out some advice here?
I would love to give out some advice.
We're pulling this from Reddit, r/paranormal encounters, as is usual.
All right.
Poster is Chellis Moon.
All right, let's go.
Title: I think I saw a soul as a child.
All right, good Pixar. It is a Pixar movie, so it's possible.
Back in 1985,
Damn
when I
it.
was about 4. Yeah, that would predate any Pixar movie.
It would.
Back in 1985, when I was about 4, I was jumping on the bed in the bedroom I shared with my great-grandmother, who was in one of those medical beds with railings.
All right. Okay. Stop. I have a lot of questions. Number one, I assume you know this. I think you were very poor. I think that if you were sharing a room with your great-grandma's hospital bed, that's rough. Number 2.
Yeah, just not a very, very large living situation.
Were
but yeah.
you jumping on your great-grandma's hospital bed?
Well, we're going to get to that.
Okay, so yes.
Thank you for bringing that up. Her monitor started going off, and she exhaled one final time. My mom jumped and ran out the room to get my grandma. I stopped jumping and stared at my great-granny. I saw a small light the size of a housefly escape her lips.
All right, so this guy killed his great-grandma in 1985 by jumping on the bed. The thing in the No More Monkeys Jumping on the Bed song, he did this to a bystander.
Actually, yeah, let me got 2 sentences left here. I've always said to myself that I witnessed her soul leaving, but I don't know. Thoughts? Edit. I was jumping on my own bed in the same room, not her hospital bed. Jesus fucking Christ. Who thought that anyone would allow a 4-year-old to jump on a fucking medical bed?
I think a lot of people, man. I do
I
think it
think the way
sounded
you
like the
worded
way
it,
you worded that did sound
Chellis
that way.
Moon,
Who would
right.
have? Who
I think
thought the 4 year
we
old?
had no choice but to conclude that.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be
So
funny?
anyway,
Wouldn't it be
Soul.
funny if in this house where like there must have been a rough situation if like the 4 year old has? Wouldn't it be
Yeah,
funny if the dad was like, actually, I have like a man cave, but like that's for me.
right. You can't. Right, right.
That's for me to
That's
drink
for
beers and play poker with the boys. Actually,
right. That's for me to watch the Packers. Ethel's gonna have to be in little Johnny's room.
oh my god. Yeah, I
No, that
still
is
think your bed jumping killed your great grandma, even if not it wasn't on her bed. I do think that you witnessed her soul leaving her body and you took it out of her body. You did expedite that.
so. You do believe that's the soul, the little how glowy housefly
I
sized
think so. Yeah,
orb.
I think so. Yes, I think it was her grandma's soul. I mean, well, it depends. It depends. Have we decided? I'm trying to think of a way to word this that's not insensitive.
As opposed to anything else you say.
Yeah, well, usually I'm just trying to think of a way to word
Like
this because I might
your
get.
horribly racist Simpsons.
That was yours. That was yours. You said that to
didn't
me.
bother you.
You said
That didn't
that to
bother
me,
you.
Jason. You said that to me. Don't turn that
That didn't
around.
bother you.
Don't even try to turn that around.
But dead great grandmas, that's a bridge
So
too far.
here's the thing. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a
Okay.
question, and if this question's offensive, I will edit it out. But
Okay.
it's relevant to our answer.
Mhm.
Do women have souls, or is God still undecided on that one?
Um, I feel like we kind of landed. We kind of landed on yes. They probably have souls. They probably
Damn it.
they do.
Was that like recent? Is that like with the new liberal pope sort of a thing?
Yeah, it wasn't. It actually, it wasn't until like 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what papal bull isn't that what they call his proclamations?
I don't know.
If I remember my Crusader Kings,
I
the papal bull.
I always
papal
side
bull.
with the Muslims and Crusader Kings.
Yeah, it was too complicated. I tried playing it,
Yeah.
getting into it, but I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Go in your house. In your house, let's go. Go.
For our listeners who are curious, Andrew is speaking to looks like a small fit man.
Yeah.
Wearing a can I say gimp mask? Do they call him that?
Yeah.
The BDSM
That's
mask?
that's what I searched when I ordered it. Yeah.
And yeah.
But it's not
right.
it's not what it sounds like. It's not what it sounds like. I only have him here for sexual gratification.
Okay. No, that's yeah.
I just didn't want them to think it was
that's who
anything weird.
Andrew's, yeah. Okay, and occasionally Lentil, as Andrew refers to him, that can't possibly be his real name. Will escape the crate and yell for help out the window.
Yeah,
and that's
I
where
mean,
you're hearing
I
Andrew.
can't, and that's part of the game. Yeah, there he is right now. Hey, Lentil.
Yeah.
Lentil.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anyone die.
Are you sure? Like never?
I always close my eyes for that part.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're a coward.
Uh-huh.
You're more of a trophy killer
right.
than a process killer.
Yeah. I mean, it is about the power to a certain extent, but
yeah, you like to see the body. You like the before and after, not the during.
Not the exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't speak to glowy little glowy orbs coming out of people. I don't know. Is that? I guess that's glowy orbs. That's an like spirit thing, right? Like people take photos, save like old graveyards, and there's orbs
Yeah.
that
Yeah, a
then they
lot of
claim are like
UFOs too.
spirits, but
UFOs commonly
they're
reported as
orbs. Yeah.
orbs.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. This person definitely killed their great grandma.
100%. 100%.
Uh, Jumping up and down in 1985 to, I would guess, I'm going to say, if it's 85, Huey Lewis and the News,
Yeah.
Heart of Rock and Roll.
Yeah, they were doing Hip
Look,
to Be Square.
look, great granny, look, great granny.
It's the power
Happy
of.
to be stuck with you.
Is that Huey in the News? Power of Love?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And great granny is like, fucking Lord, take me now.
How old did she say she was? 84?
I don't think we have an age. We don't have an age on the grandma.
Yeah, so
The
you did kill her,
the
but she
jumpy
might have
was
been a slave
4.
owner.
You think? What if you're in your 80s and 85? Yeah. Well, no.
No, she could have been in her hundreds. She could have been 100. She could have been a very long-lived woman.
I mean, anyone, I guess,
She didn't
could be
she didn't do a
slave
lot
owner,
of labor early in life, so that kind of balances it out towards the end.
right? Yeah, I don't know. Man, that does. The more I think about like a 4-year-old sharing their bedroom
Yeah,
with
it's
their dying
weird.
great grandmother, who's in like like full on hospital bed, that's like that. I hope this person's getting therapy. Like,
Oh no, they're
that
not. They're
is
definitely not. They're a
way fucked up.
43-year-old man posting on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit about
Yeah, I
whether or
do
not
bring up a
they
valid
saw the
point.
soul. So probably not. I hope they
Right,
start a podcast.
right. Oh, wait a minute. Here, as I scroll down, they reply. Uh, Since that time, no matter how many people I've killed, I have not seen. Oh shit!
Oh
No,
wow.
I'm just kidding. That's like, no, I'm
No,
kidding.
that's my account.
Yeah, well, that's true. I guess we can be scientific about this, and we just need to be around people dying
Yeah.
and see if.
So how about we do this? We're
Okay.
doing video episodes now, right?
Yeah.
And I've showed you a bit about editing, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So how about I kill myself on camera now,
Okay.
and then we see if an orb comes out.
Okay.
All right, one sec. Let me just get my belt off real quick.
It's a risky plan, but
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
5'5". I can't
That's
reach
really-
the ceiling fan.
well, maybe next time.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I guess we'll never know now.
Yeah, so that's the thing that stops me from hanging myself. Is I'm too embarrassed for my family to know about my kitchen step stool.
Yeah. So you can get at your beef O'Reilly's on the top shelf.
So I can reach my fucking microwave.
All right. Well, let's move on because it's we've been at this shit for like 50 minutes. And
Yeah, I've made
I
3
thought you
jokes
haven't
about
really-
killing myself on the podcast. So
Yeah.
any more, people
You
get
need help.
worried.
Is there anything you want to talk about, buddy? Are you
Oh no, I'm
feeling-
just thinking of killing myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
That's why I was making all the jokes. It was sort of reflective of
Right.
the dark thing that was going on. And then
Sure.
so I was doing it so that afterwards you might blame yourself, which would give me, it's not even about you, it would just give me a sense of agency.
Sure. Well, if you decide you have anything interesting to say, by all means. But, no one. We're not going to kill ourselves.
No, not this month.
No.
It's more of a
All
summer
right.
thing for me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I have a touch of that seasonal. What are the seasonal affective disorder? Like if it's too gray, and if I don't get like sunshine, I feel like I start feeling like pretty pissy.
Yeah,
and
no, cause
down.
I just think for me, like, if I was gonna kill myself, like, it would really harm a lot of the people in my life. It would, you know, and it wouldn't actually be like the solution to any of my problems, right? But at the very least, some kids who are on break from school could have like a super awesome adventure finding my body on the train tracks to the F train.
That's right. Yeah.
The 4 train, not the F train.
They'd have to go for like a 2-day hike
Yeah.
and camp out in the woods, and Ace Merrill would be
It'd,
chasing them.
it'd take a really long time for them to get to the woods. They have to go on the fucking Staten Island ferry. They'd have to weekend at Bernie's me on the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah. You want to be weekend at Bernie's?
That'd be fun to be weekend at Bernie's. I want to be weekend at Bernie's while alive. But not all of us get to be Joe Biden.
Whoa!
Zing again! Oh! That's the thing about my comedy, Jason. That's the thing about my comedy. I do what other comedians aren't willing to do. I go there.
That's right. You'll go there.
I fucking go.
You will go there.
Look at that, Jason. Look at that. Look at that. Look, you see what you're looking at? It's there. You looking at there?
Yeah.
That's where I go.
That's where you go. I go there. You go there. Then you come back and you go there again.
I go there again. It's like it's like a relay race. It's like a relay race out here, straight up. It's like a fucking gym, like a second grade gym class with all this relay racing.
You had to do relay races in second grade?
Yeah,
that feels a little advanced for a second grader.
That's when one of you has the one thing, and then you run to the other person, and then they take it and run the rest of it.
The baton or whatever.
Yeah, we did it with little pom poms. Yeah.
Oh, really? Maybe we did that. I don't remember. I remember did you have the parachute?
Yeah, we did the parachute. We talked about this.
Oh, okay. Dude, we've been doing this for like 20 years.
Yeah, no, we've been doing this podcast a long time.
Way too long. All right,
I actually have a clip from our first episode if you want me to play it. It'll make people nostalgic.
Okay, yeah, please.
Nah, this Rutherford B. Hayes fellow says he's going to allow some Irish into the country, but I say, Jason, that'd be some weird news because we'd have these slovenly drunken mix in the street.
Remedy Christmas, that's a bad idea.
Whoa, Jason.
Yeah.
I can't believe you encouraged me to say that on our first episode.
I
also can't believe I said that in 2023, but...
I use the what you call it, the transcription, the
teleprompter.
Go ahead and read this. Clack clack clack. All right. Well,
is this our final story, or is there more?
Yeah. No, I'm done.
Oh man,
I'm tired. Well, we got one more in us here. This comes to us from, where is it from? Manchester Evening News.
All right. So it's if you're listening in the morning, pause.
Yeah.
Wait 12 hours. Do your fucking job without listening to a podcast for a change. How about that? How about you live in the fucking moment for 12 hours? And then you come back and hear the story, because it's evening news. And frankly, this is Underworld News tonight. Right. It's not Underworld News today. It's not. Do I look like who's a male Today Show host that hasn't sexually assaulted anyone? Do I look like Michael Strahan to you?
I was good. That's the only one that came.
Do I look like Michael Strahan to you?
No.
Jason, scale of 1 to 10, how much do I look like Michael Strahan?
Oh shit.
We both back the Giants.
4.
4, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. You're both handsome.
We're both good-looking guys.
Uh-huh.
With untraditional teeth.
You're both banging Kelly Ripa on the down low. Is that who he works with? No, I can't remember.
Are we saying that Kelly Ripa is sexually harassing Michael Strahan at the office at a job that I don't know if he's still at?
I don't know if Kelly Ripa's still at it.
I think Kelly Ripa's got to be there. Yeah, he's not been on that show in literally like 10 years, Jason.
Well, I don't know. I don't watch this daytime TV.
Well,
I watch my stories. I'm too busy. I'm too busy watching Young and the Restless.
Days of Our Lives.
That's Victor and Stefano. See what they're up to. I think that's Young and the Restless. I don't know. Anyway, Manchester Evening News reported by Neil Shaw.
All right.
It says Money and Life assistant editor, Money and Lifestyle. So,
All right. Well, I
uh,
those things go together, some might say.
think so. Couple enjoying a walk in the woods stopped to find sex pictures stuck to a tree. Quote,
Well, yeah, I mean,
it
that's,
put us
we call that
put
a
us
Brooklyn
right off
picnic.
our soup and roll. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? It what?
It put us right off our soup and roll is the quote.
Oh my god, fucking British people. Because in theory, I feel kind of bad for them actually, because it probably is upsetting.
Sure.
But then you say shit like
right.
it put us right off our soup and roll, and
And
I
you're like,
want to
yeah,
start
fuck
putting
off.
corn on their fucking trees.
That's right. And there's the accompanying photo. It's like woods, there's trees, and they fucking pixelated the porn.
That sucks.
So there's like a tree with a bunch of pixels.
I was gonna
big
masturbate to
pixels.
that. What the fuck?
I know. It's just, yeah. I thought they were more like libertine about that kind of shit in Europe.
Now I got to go back to printing my own porn and nailing it to the trees outside of my apartment.
Yeah, man. You meant the ink I go through? Oh, fucking hell.
The ink and the fines. Oh my god.
Two ramblers were left stunned after finding X-rated images nailed to a tree.
They weren't
Erica
rated, actually.
Blaker-
They didn't go through the MPAA.
No,
actually, technically.
that's right.
That's a correction, number one.
Right. Erica Blake and her husband Dylan were walking through the woods in Lancashire, which is popular with families. So the pair was staggered. Oh, okay. So the pair was staggered when they discovered 3 pornographic photos attached to a tree during their afternoon stroll.
That's not that many, and if they're all on one tree.
Right.
Right? I was thinking it was like somebody really like carpeted the whole tree, and I'm like,
with right. No, this seems so far. This seems like
the only thing that's fucked up about
not
it
that big
is a piece of paper is a dead tree, so it's kind of like drawing tits on human skin and then putting a skin suit on a person. That's a little fucked up.
Yeah. Images were close to a public footpath with families with children walk by in Hamilton.
So
Woods.
why are the victims in the story like 2 40-year-olds who wanted to fuck in the woods, which is what I assume a soup and roll is?
Right. I don't know. And why is it, everyone's always like, oh, the kids could see, like,
if I was a kid and I was out on a hike with my parents as a kid and I saw a tree with some tits like on it, that would be the best day of my fucking life. I would go talk to all my friends at school about it.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad gave me and my brother a copy of Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition when we were 12, the one with Beyonce on it, and we passed it around until all the fucking pages were stuck together, dude. Like, I don't fucking... this whole idea of, like, what about the fucking children? Like, don't show kids this stuff.
Right.
But
it's a little puritanical.
But, they might see tits on a tree.
Right. Dad of 2, Dylan, 47, said, quote, "It was totally bizarre. We stopped off to have some tomato soup from a flask. We turned around, and there they were."
I think he wants to talk about his soup. I actually think he took this whole interview. He's like, I made the soup. He's like, yeah, it was tomato soup. It was a splash.
Yeah. Right.
I want to keep an eye out for more soup details.
Okay. I shouted, "Oh, my God." And Erica jumped out of her skin.
I shouted, "Oh, my God, the soup is delicious. Oh, also, there's tits on that tray." Shouted, "Oh my God, who said Brits can't make a good gazpacho?"
Right. This is the best flask soup I've ever made.
Oh my God.
It put us right off our soup and roll. Who would put something like that in the middle of a wood? There are some strange people out there. It was shocking and a bit disturbing, to be honest. They looked like they had been there for some
If
time
only I
as they
had
were fading.
something warm, hearty, nutritious, and comforting to help me through this trying time. If only some
That's
heroic
right.
father who arguably doesn't
Uh-huh.
even need to, pitch in with the trash and the dishes more, brought something for
Right.
his family in a convenient package that'll let it maintain its temperature.
That's right.
Yeah, I
And
100% think this guy is just into a soup.
right. And like tomato soup, I think you might think, well, that's pretty simple. But man, have you tried like peeling a bunch of tomatoes like to use in a soup? Getting the skins off them, man, that is a bitch and a half. Like this guy is a genuine hero.
I think I don't. I think your understanding of how tomato soup. Yeah, I think you're making your tomato soup really inefficiently.
How do you make
You
it?
puree it.
I thought you still were supposed to. Maybe I'm thinking of salsa.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
you ever have to skin your tomato, Jason.
No, there's definitely recipes that have called for skinning the
You could
tomatoes.
just cut the
'Cause
outside off
that's how I
too.
know about it. Um, you know what? Don't fucking tell me what to do with
You,
my
you're
tomatoes.
you're really wasted. I feel bad for you.
I'm a grown ass man. I'll skin my
You're far
tomatoes if
more
I want
grown than
to.
me.
The images showed a man and woman having sex. One photo shows a naked blonde woman, and another picture shows her with a man.
All right, so can I just say, like, again, I don't see what the big deal is because based on those, it's not even the type of sex that makes God upset.
Right. Dylan and Erica had been walking around the woods and decided to stop for a cup of soup from their flask.
Oh
Dylan
my
said he found a spot out of the wind and walked towards some bushes.
god! Fucking soup.
They're just leaning, man.
They're
This
like
soup
they have a soup in the. Why? Why do we care about? Could have been a sandwich.
is so much soup. Yeah. Now I kind of want tomato soup. We turned around, and there in front of us were these porn pictures. They were screwed into the tree, looked a bit weathered and worn. It was just so bizarre and not something you expect to see on an afternoon walk. Whoever left them there wanted them to stay there.
Yeah, that's why you leave them there.
Uh, Finally, it's shocking. As kids and families go for walks around these woods, the mind boggles as to why they were put there. We were stunned at first, but had to laugh as we walked back to our car to get more soup.
Did it actually say to get more soup, or did you add that one?
Yeah.
Did you add the other one too, or was that one there?
No. That was there.
I like how I like to imagine that it's all these people walking around like, what about all the kids here? And then it zooms out and it's all adults carrying thermoses full of soup, looking at the porn picture, one after the other, and saying the same thing.
Right. All clustered around this one tree with their flasks of soup.
Yeah, there's not even any porn pictures there. They're all just like hallucinating from joint soup fumes that they're all inhaling.
Right. It's also a little mind-boggling that of all the things in the world right now, February 2025, everything that's going on, this gets a fucking article in the newspaper.
In the newspaper, in
that,
the evening
that people
news.
saw 3 porn pictures on a tree.
I have seen more than 3 porn pictures. I see more than 3 porn pictures before I wake up in the morning.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's have you ever where's have you weirdest place you've encountered porn?
For the weirdest case of encountered porn. Are you asking genuinely, or are you asking like you got a joke answer, or do you got a real answer?
Well, now that you told me, you can't.
I gotta do a real answer. Let me actually think. I've seen it in some weird places.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think we talked about it last week. I found a porno mag in the middle of the street when I was like 13. I don't think I've ever found any in the woods, or certainly not nailed to a tree.
Oh, I actually thought of one. I've thought of one that was weird, And at first, it's not going to sound weird because it was on the subway, and it's like that's where you expect masturbation to happen, right? It's because it's a lot of people's bedrooms, so like that's fair.
Sure.
That's why I don't blame homeless people for jerking off in the subway. By the way, it's like he's jerking off in his room, right? That's where I jerk off in a way, right? But like one time I was on the subway, and I saw like a woman in like a pantsuit, like she looked like a '90s businesswoman, and she was like really like invested in this tablet, and I thought it was like she's just looking at like her business charts or whatever. And then I walk past her to leave, and I look at it, and it's just dicks.
Oh, wow.
Like a lot of gay sex specifically. She's looking at like hardcore gay porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it might have been for work. I think the pantsuit. I think women can get away with looking in porn in public for much longer than men can. Like, I think.
Well, yeah, I think
if you're a woman and you're a pervert, like, I think it's harder to be a woman than a man. But I think if you're a woman and you're a pervert, life is very easy. Is that a hot take? Is that a crazy thing to say? Is that sexist? Yeah.
Probably, but it's in there now.
It's there. I'm not deleting it.
The closest thing this makes me think of is a park by where I used to live in Cincinnati, where I'd go for runs back when I was that guy.
Yeah.
Running in the park guy. One of the trails, like wooded, pretty densely wooded, for a stretch of about, I want to say half a mile, there were like someone or some ones had put hundreds, if not thousands, of like little toys. So like little tiny plastic dolls or little matchbox cars.
Not sexual though.
No, but it just like festooned the trail with so many toys.
That's awful.
Like
that's all like plastic crap that doesn't like degrade.
Yeah. Well, and they weren't nailed, but yeah, like it was just about half, and it was really kind of creepy.
Yeah, it probably killed like 90 squirrels who ate the fucking things. Oh my god!
Like what the fuck is this all about?
But you know what?
That's something that might be more newspaper worthy than like, oh no, I found 3 photos. Like,
yeah, for real.
I don't know.
For real.
It put me off my soup.
Put me off my soup.
My soup and roll.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. I can't.
We're
all
anymore. Done. We're all done.
Fuck all this.
Fuck this. The world. Fuck the world. Fuck podcasting.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up so I can go nail some porn to some trees.
Let's do it. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed that, of course, you've been listening to Andrew Michaels and Jason Strong. You can follow me, Andrew Michaels, Andrew Michaels Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, and you can see me in Manhattan at the Stand February 22nd. Tickets are $30. Get them. Tell them at their door you're there to see me. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be bringing some new material and some better material than I've done before. So I'm really excited about it.
They got soup there? They serve soup?
I think
they have Sloppy Bird.
They don't have Sloppy Bird there. I think they do have soup there. Actually, they definitely have soup there. I think they have a soup du jour.
Well, there you go. Get your comedy and your soup on.
Get your comedy and your soup in one place.
One place.
In one place.
It's incredible.
All you need is some porn on a tree.
That's right. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. And you have that on your phone. Jason Strong, you can follow on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok.
And TikTok. And of course my rantings, my random rantings that I nail to trees.
Of course.
Trees and church entrances by 99 Theses. No, that's really took the wind out of
we almost had it. Then we went with the Martin Luther deep cut.
I know.
That's for all our Luther heads in the audience.
Right. What up?
Didn't agree with him about the 99 Theses, but he had some good ideas on the Jew stuff.
They usually do.
I feel like I've made that joke about like 9 or 10 different people, and it's always a funny one. Every time it is funny.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm being serious.
Yeah,
For everyone,
because it was.
pick a historical figure. They have some thoughts
Yeah,
about
I
the
definitely did that same joke about Ron Paul.
exactly. It could be a molecular chemist from like 1950s. They have some thoughts about the Jews. Anyway, we did the social media. Your show in Manhattan on the would you say 22nd?
22nd, February 22nd. It's at the Stand in Union Square.
On the Stand. Yeah. I guess that's it. Final thoughts, words of wisdom, encouragement.
Trying to
I don't
think of
know if you're gonna put a soup in a flask. I think tomato is your best bet. I wouldn't do anything chunky like a potato.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do a matzo ball.
No, that's not getting in a flask. Other than that, I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
actually it's the best soup to put in a flask. Say what you will about the Brits.
Yeah,
and I've said many. Maybe an egg drop.
And we say a lot.
Maybe an egg drop.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, egg drop would be a good one, hot and sour.
Yeah, hot and
good hot and
sour, just like us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening. We've been Underworld News tonight. Should we close them on a song? We've been singing for him a lot lately. Should we sing for him again?
Sure, why not?
All right, what do you want to sing? Do we have any requests?
Oh, for fun. I thought you had something.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation.
Okay, not that.
I don't know. The cops are here.